Okay, K-Rob. I got to listen to a pretty intense father-daughter skull session in the car. Your daughter was going to gymnastics, and she did not sound like she wanted to go to gymnastics. Did she? She didn't want to go.
And not that day. You know, I think she was fine when she got there, but right? That's the thing. How many times do, if people had to be honest, are there guys that don't want to go to wrestling practice that day?
All the time. I know you probably felt that way. I felt that way.
You know, right? I wanted to be there most of the time, but there were probably a few days, right? But yeah. It's not always, you don't always feel 100%. You don't always feel like that's what you want to do that day. You're sore. You're in a heavy training cycle. The day before, you went 6 hours. Your foot hurts. Your muscles are sore. That's reality.
And how many? She's there 6 hours every day, right?
Most of the time it's 4.
Is it 4?
But they're in camp,
camp
right now.
Yeah,
6. Yeah. So it's a little more than, but yeah, 4 hours a day. I mean, that's not the sport to pick if you just want to hem and haw and wade through it. That's a tough sport.
No,
time commitment,
right? I told you. What's the perpetual thing with gymnasts? They're always what?
It hurt a lot.
They're banged up and they're hurt a lot. They're doing things that we're not supposed to be doing with our bodies, right?
Joints and just,
right. So how old is she?
She's 11.
Kyla's 11.
Yeah, she'll be 12 here in 8 days, 8 days. The 22nd, she'll be 12.
You got 2 boys, 2 girls. Is there any difference between raising them and getting them mentally prepared like you did that day? You got her. She was pumped to get out of the car, not like dragging her feet and moping. She was like ready to go and attack it. Is there a big difference between boys and girls?
I would say yes, but at the same time, I mean, the boys are different, the girls are different. I mean, my 2 daughters are, they're 180 degrees difference in their makeup and their personality, and they're awesome. They're all awesome, but they're different, right?
I just got a feeling like just hiking with Libby. Is she the toughest Roberts that you have? She's pretty tough.
She is pretty tough. She might be the best athlete. I mean, yeah. I wanted her to be the gymnast, because I could see the backflips on the trampoline without ever being trained and nothing, and landing them from the first time she started, and climbing the rope and the rope, old Oregon State wrestling room, climbing up that thing 15 times at a young age, and I'm like, this person should be doing flips and jumping off bars, but she didn't have any interest in that at all. She wanted to wrestle.
She wanted to wrestle. Where she's left wrestling at a pretty high level.
Yeah.
Is she won the Westerns yet?
I think a few times.
Pocatello, right?
Yeah, she did. I mean, I think so. Yeah, 2 or 3 times, I think.
So she's highly competitive. Is there ever times that you feel like maybe I need to dial it back a little bit? This isn't Division I college wrestling. These are my kids.
No. I don't know. I don't push them. No.
They gotta want to do it.
Yeah, I don't dial it. I don't need to dial it back at all. I think that if anything, for my son, sometimes he wants me to be more hands-on and more of a drill sergeant, and in the practice room he's like, we work at stuff, but no, in fact, that's he about 8th grade said, "Hey Dad, when are you going to start working with me?" I said, "What do you mean? When are you going to start? Like, I want to get good at wrestling." I said, "Okay. When are we going to, when you start going in the morning with me? Can you start working? I'm going to be going." It was like 8th grade, I think. He was going to be in high school the next year, and he was doing pretty good, I said, well, he said, "Why don't you? Why don't we ever go in?" And I said, "You never asked." We'd go to practice, go to club practice, like every other kid, a couple times a week, go to tournaments, like, which I wasn't there for most of them early on. A few a year, but that was about it, because I was with the college guys, But when are we going to start going? When are we going to go in the morning? When are you going to start working with me? Technique. I said, when you ask. Okay, well, I want to go. Can we start tomorrow? Sure. Yeah, I don't have, we didn't have morning drill the next day with the guys. We didn't have morning drill the next morning. We didn't have any individuals. We didn't have weights the next morning. It was a morning off, scheduled day off. I said, yeah, you can start tomorrow. Okay. Oh, wake me up at 6 o'clock, 6:15, whatever. I don't know what it was. I said, no, you wake me up. What do you mean? Why wouldn't you just wake me up? Why don't you wake me up? He didn't understand. He thought he took it like I wasn't going to wake him up. I said, you wake me up. Why? Why do I have to wake you? Just wake me up, Dad. I said, no, you wake me up. Why? I said, if you wake me up, I know it's important to you. You want to do it. It's a priority for you. Your alarm goes off if you hit the snooze button or you forget it that day. Because right now you want to go. In the morning you want to go. You get me up. Of course, I was ready to wake up, but it's got to be the kid. Just because it's important to me doesn't mean it is to the kid.
I asked you about like the passion thing yesterday. Do you see your kids, are they all passionate about something that is like an athletic endeavor? What do you think?
Well, we got one that's working on a gaming scholarship. He wants to go.
That's a thing. That is literally actually a thing, and you know that.
And I kid, but he's
that's a thing.
Yeah, no, I know. He might get a Fortnite scholarship or something.
Okay. And then we were with Libby. I can see it in Libby. She wants to train. She wants to win. Whatever, whether it's hiking up the hill or probably beating someone's face in. She seems pretty passionate about just being a competitor. Kyla, gymnast. And then we have, obviously, Drew, who's going to Minnesota. Colton is right now stuck in the video game phase, huh?
Yeah, well, I kid. He's really good at it, I guess. But he plays with, the high school kids. Like he's on there with, he's on there with some of his old buddies from Oregon. Chance Lamer and Gabe Wisenhunt and Legend Lamer and Gabe Vidlak and Cavelli.
He's playing with like guys who are in college and
Cavelli Quintanilla,
high school,
who's a state champ here and over here, where we're at now in Washington.
How do you help How do you help your kids develop a passion for something? How do you do it? Do you do it? I don't even know. I'm asking you. I don't know. I'm like second two-time father, but my kids are 2 and 4. I don't know yet. What do you do?
I just think I think people are the way they are a lot. I mean, if anything, you just model it. But it's got to be what they pick. So it might be different for them than it is for me. But I think if you're just a passionate person about something, and I think it gives you. For me, there's really no other way to be. But I don't think anybody taught it to me, so I would assume it's the same. I think you are. I think you can instill like the hard work and stuff, which in itself means different things to different people. What's your definition? It's relative, right? What's hard work?
Is this a mountain pass we're going over right now?
I'm just going up a little hill. But no, I think, if you're a passionate, driven person, I think people see that and, nurture, nature. I mean, I don't know. But no, that's just, I don't know. You talked to my old man and he talked to you about us getting into wrestling and stuff. And for me, it was just something I gravitated toward. That was my passion, but for somebody else, it might be something else. But, I think I got a very passionate wife about the things she does and that she likes. And so, I don't know if that's an innate thing or if kids learn it, but I think if they have 2 parents that are both passionate about something, they got a better chance to be.
You got any more parenting advice for me?
Oh man, I'm probably the wrong guy. You're not paying for this advice.
No.
You would not go and get me to...
But I want to hear it. Doesn't mean I have to pay for it.
No. I just think, if you have purpose, if you have something that you're, passionate about and that you like to do it, and then if you're lucky, fortunate, whatever you want to call it, intuit enough to create the situation for yourself and with the help of others that you can do on a consistent basis, make a living doing, that you can do all the time. I mean, I just think that's really fortunate. I mean, you know, you just, that's, wrestling is, I never went to a wrestling practice as a coach and thought I was going to work. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, you're going to put time in and stuff, but I never thought of it as like, I never woke up and like, God, I got to go to work today. 3 days to the weekend. Oh my God. Yeah. So that's fortunate. That's, you know, that's being a lucky man, whatever you want to call it.